Hey everybody, it's Brooke. I hope you're having a great day. I have come to do a Fauxbo flip through. I have been neglecting my Fauxbo creative journal, daily junk journal terribly, and I realized I hadn't done a flip for quite some time as well, so that's what I'm gonna do. This is my big super fatty grocery bag junk journal, Fauxbonichi, that actually has gotten too fat. I made a terrible error in judgment, so I'm gonna have to address that, but I haven't figured out quite what to do yet. So this is how she's looking. Pretty good, huh? Look at that. Very fat. And this is the flap that wraps up and around. So, I should probably make that so you can see it. It ties like this, and I just love it. But again, I have made it too fat, and I'll have to figure out what to do. But not today. Today, we're just going to look at August. So this was the end of July, and this is the cover page for August. And I was still using a lot of the pieces that I got in the Flowish swap. Is that what it was called? Faux-Flow? I don't know. We did a cool swap over on Junk Journal Connections, and I'll leave a link to that down below. It's a Jessica Rapp's Facebook group, and it's super fun. But we did a swap on Faux-Flow journals, and I am still using tons of the really cool stuff I got in it. So that's where this paper came from. This is what I originally bound in. And then flip right over to August 1st. This is the back of that cardstock, and I taped in a piece of note paper to do my journaling on, did a little painting around the edges, and then these are some stickers that I painted and scanned and put into one of my digital kits. And I really liked how they came out, so I put them in there. And it was a quiet sort of day. We had kids here and kids there, and it was still hot, getting hotter. By the end of August, well, the middle of August, it was a full-blown heat wave. So that was just the 1st of August stuff that was going on. Olivia was getting ready to go to Australia, and so she was crazed, running around trying to get everything together. August 2nd was a page that I used from some kind of accounting book. I don't remember what it was, but that was the page that I bound in. And then I tipped in a piece of a Project Life card, tipped it in with some pretty washi tape. And you can see here, the book is so fat it's hard to even hold it open. But I just did my journaling for that day on the card, and I was talking about kids growing up and kids that I have seen since they were little tiny tykes getting ready to go off to college, and it was kind of sad. It was a sad time. I was so proud of everybody, but changes are hard. So that was some song lyrics that a friend of mine posted on Facebook, and just talking about that. Then I had a perfume sample that came in the mail, and I put that in because I like the colors and I like how it smells. And what I normally wear is opium, and I have for years, but they have reformulated opium, and it kind of smells like butt now. Sorry, opium people. Maybe it just is on me, but it's not the same as it used to be, so I'm auditioning new perfumes and haven't found one yet. And then I found this little scrap of paper in the dryer after Tori did a bunch of laundry, and it was some art that she did at work, so I stuck that in as well. August 3rd was, still hot. An annual statement. That's what this page is, with the cool numbers and everything. It was an annual statement that I got out of a book. And I put in this piece of scrapbook paper and this pretty polka dotted trim down on the bottom, and did my journaling on the scrapbook paper. And that was the day that I found little tiny baby pineapples that were about this big, not even, maybe this big, at the store. And I had never seen them, and they were so cute. And just as a random thought of the day, I put them in there. I'd forgotten about them till just now. They were so cute. The next page is some painty deli paper that I got in my Faux-Flow journal, which I just loved. And I took another piece of that paper and did my journaling on there. Talked about the landscaper came and mowed the grass, which had gotten really quite out of control, and the fact that I wasn't sleeping terribly well, partly because Olivia was on the way to Australia, and that is a long flight. So I wasn't really going to sleep well until I knew she had gotten in safely. And then in this I made the pocket with the deli paper, and inside the pocket I put in my Facebook memory from that day, which had popped up when Victoria went to camp in 2014. And these are some pictures, and I just made a little flower punch guy on the end of the string for the tag that I used there. And again, these are bits from that Fauxbo journal that I got, having so much fun using all of these. That was a wonderful, wonderful swap that I received. So just using up the little bits out of there and loving it. So that was August 4th. August 5th, oh, I skipped a page. There we go. August 5th is the other side of that pocket. I just put this pretty pinup girl printout on there because I thought she was so cute. And I used this paper clip with some charms that Michelle had included in my Fauxbo swap. And there was this pretty jelly-plated paper in there, and stapled some pom-pom trim, which I love, on the card, and did my journaling on there. Did some digital creating those days. It just was so hot that everything was hard to do because it was humid and brutal. So up at the top I used some tickets that I put the day and date and weather information on, and then I just put that one on as well because I love the colors with this. August 6th was a Monday. This is a piece of paper out of the Flow magazine, the actual Flow magazine, that had just this girl diving, and I used my watercolors and painted in a little scene in the background and did my journaling. It was getting really hot then, and I took Victoria to work down at the beach, and you could barely even see the water. It was so hazy. But there were still tons of people out and about. And that was pretty much that day. There's the other side of that paper with the girls swimming around. I think that is so cute. I think they're adorable. And again, it was hot. I overslept, and the nice old man, instead of waking me up, took Tori to work, which I thought was so sweet of him. And it was so hot. Oh, I forgot about this. It was so hot that a bunch of restaurants down at the beach, and our beach is a huge tourist area. That's what that beach is all about. It was so hot that quite a few of the restaurants weren't even serving hot food. They didn't want to heat up the kitchens. They were only serving cold sandwiches. So that was unusual. And we took Spike in the pool, which he hates at first and then he loves. Then the next day was August 8th. The paper in the background is this really pretty, I think it's a magazine page of a tapestry in black and white and gray. And I layered on some thin scrapbook paper and a piece of note paper to do my journaling on. And just talked about Tori having to have quite a long work day. She had to go make ice cream at one job and then had to work at her other job middle of the day. And so that was, she was quite industrious doing all her work. Then I had gotten beautiful Happy Mail from my friend Margie, and I tipped in the envelope to use as a pocket, and she made me a whole chicken-themed Happy Mail, which was so neat because I do love me a chicken. Yes, I do. So she stamped a chicken on the front, and then in the pocket there's this really cute note from her and this little notebook that she made, and the ribbon came off. There was this beautiful ribbon tied around it, and she made me this adorable little folder that has a chicken notepad in it, and then this adorable little card with chickens, chickens, chickens. I just love it. And it was all tied up with this beautiful kind of fall-looking ribbon. So that goes back in there. I want the ribbon to show. I want to do something with that. And then she made me this cute hidden paper clip with the chickens on it. Can you see that? Oh yeah, that's showing. It's just adorable. I love chickens. That was so sweet of you, Margie, if you're watching. Hi, Margie. Then the next page was August 9th, and this is the tapestry sort of image that was the background paper that I bound in, and I had made a note about, I'd actually had an original idea, and it was as rare as, and then I put an arrow to the unicorn, which cracked me up. Doesn't take much. Did some journaling on the Project Life card, put the day and weather and stuff on the front, and then talked about the day and the fact that I don't even know what my original idea was making pencil boards for the shop. I put pencil boards in journals quite often, and I use one all the time, and so I had thought, oh, I should make some of those for the shop, and I did, and they seemed to be popular, so that was pretty cool. Feels like so many ideas are just, interpreting someone else's, and I guess there's not that much new under the sun, right? But I was excited about that, so it was amazing that my brain was even working in that weather. This was Friday, August 10th, and again, it's the back of, I think it was a calendar page, and it had these beautiful pink swans, so I stuck in some ephemera that I had, and used an address card for the date and the weather. This is another little piece of ephemera I had. This is a Project Life card that I used, and then I just stenciled with a Tim Holtz burlap stencil over the whole thing to kind of tie it together. And I don't even know. Oh, yep, we slept in too much that day because we had stayed up way too late watching movies. And Tori was on her way to Boston to see Billy Joel with her dad, which I thought was super cool. She loves concerts, so that was pretty neat. And this was Saturday, August 11th. There's the other side of that calendar page. And I just did some, this feels like it was distress crayons. I can kind of feel the waxy bit. And I think I just used a water brush to smush it around. I collaged in some receipts because Mark and I did a bunch of errands that day. And he was in the middle of the pool wars. We went to Walmart to get a bunch of algicide and all kinds of stuff. Because of the weather, the pool had gotten a little murky, and it was making him crazy. He is so mellow, but some things just hit him the wrong way, and he was going to get that pool straightened out. So I put in one of the pH sticks that I used, and it was also my gorgeous niece's 36th birthday, so I put in a picture and this ad from a vintage magazine that I thought was so cute, with this little girl blowing out her candles. And I just stuck in some stickers, and that was pretty much the size of that. Then the next day was August 12th, and that was a Sunday. The original page is a craft colored envelope, like a long cash envelope that I had bound into the book, and the garden was what's for dinner that night, so I put in this photo that Mark had taken that I thought was beautiful, and just laid in some the title in Photoshop and printed that out. And that was pretty much, I don't think there was much going on. Yeah, no, the next page was about the other day. So that is 2 weeks in the Fauxbo, the first couple weeks of August, and I think I'll stop there. And thank you so much for watching, spending your time with me. If you like the video, please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you'd like to. All the information about where to stalk us on the interwebs will be down below, as well as Never Hopeless by Elizabeth's link, and the link for Junk Journal Connections if you'd like to check it out. So you guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.